Hello dear children. In the beginning of the chapter, we have learned how to locate an irrational number or a real number on the number line. That is root 2, root 5, root 7, root 3, etc. We have seen how to represent it on a number line. But suppose you are asked to represent say root of 8.6 or 3.4 on a number line. Then the method what we have used earlier cannot be used here. For that, we are going to do it in a separate way that we will be dealing today. That is representing root x geometrically, where x is any real number. So, I will demonstrate how to represent root x geometrically. We are going to see how to represent root 7.5 geometrically. For that, what you are going to do is, at first, take a measure of 7.5. That is what is coming inside the root. So take a measure of 7.5, say here 7.5, and mark this as AB. So AB is of measure 7.5 centimeters. Now at B, you are going to extend B about 1 centimeter, or from B you take a measure of 1 centimeter. So from B you are going to take a measure of 1 centimeter. Mark, this is B, mark this point as C. Now you are going to find the midpoint of AC. See, had it been 7 or 8 or 9 or 6 or anything, you can find the midpoint by marking using the scale. But since it is 7.5, the exact midpoint of AC, it will be difficult for us to find using the scale. So what you are going to do? We are going to use the compass. And then you are going to find the perpendicular bisector. The perpendicular bisector will divide AC into two equal parts. So we will get the midpoint of AC. Now how to construct the perpendicular bisector? For constructing perpendicular bisector, keep the compass tip at A and take a measure more than half of AC. More than half of AC means, see, we are going to find what is half of AC. So we don't know where it will be. So you can even take almost nearer to AC. Almost nearer to AC will be definitely more than half of AC. So keeping at A and taking a measure more than half of AC, strike one arc above the line and one arc below the line. The same measurement what you have taken, keep it at C and strike an arc one above, one below the line to meet the previous arc. Now you will join these two. The ones arcs what we have drawn above and below. You are joining it. Now the point where it meets AC will be the midpoint of AC. So you are going to mark it as O. So O is the midpoint of AC. Now what you are going to do is, with O as center and OC as radius. OC or OA, because O is the midpoint. So with O as center and OC as radius, you are going to draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle with O as center and OC as the radius. You can take OC or OA, both are equal. Now you are getting a semicircle. Now from B, you are going to draw a perpendicular to AC such that that perpendicular will meet this semicircle. So that we are not going to do any construction. Using a ruler, you are going to join B, or you are going to draw a perpendicular from B to AC such that it will meet the semicircle at this particular point. You mark this point as D. Now BD will give you the measure of root 7.5. So this measurement is actually root 7.5. Now if you want to represent this root 7.5 on the number line, then we are going to extend this BC part and take it as a line starting from B. So you're going to just extend this. Extend BC. You're going to extend it BC like this. It has become a line now. Since you have started from B, this will be your 0. And what is C? C will be 1 centimeter. So like that we can mark. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that it is going on. So 2, 3, 4, 5, it is going on. Now to represent root 7.5 on the number line, where it comes in the number line, what you have to do is keeping B as center and a radius equal to BD. What is BD? BD measurement is root 7.5. So keeping B as center and BD as a radius, you are going to strike an arc on the number line. So this particular point where this arc meets the number line, mark it as E. E will be the representation of root 7.5 on the number line. It is almost coming close to 3 because root 9 is 3. So root 7.5 will be somewhere close to 3. So have you understood how to represent root 7.5 geometrically? One more example I'll give you. Now to represent root 10.6 geometrically. So what are the steps? At first, you will take a measure of 10.6. Say here you are going to take a measure of 10.6. So 10, 10.5, 10.6. This is 10.6. Mark these points as A and B. So AB is of what measure? 10.6 centimeters. Now at B what you have to do? You have to take a measure of 1 centimeter further and join it. Mark this point as C. Now what you have to do? Find the midpoint of AC. How to find the midpoint of AC? Construct the perpendicular bisector of AC. How to construct perpendicular bisector of AC? Keeping at A, take a measure more than half of AC. So this measure will be more than half of AC. Keeping at A, strike one arc above the line, one arc below the line. Same measurement, keep it at C, strike an arc one above, one below on the previous arc. Now join these 2 points. Now the point where it touches the segment AB, you will mark it as O, and this O gives you the midpoint of AC. Now what you have to do? Keeping O as center and a radius equal to OC. OC or OA, both are correct. With a radius equal to OC, you are going to draw a semicircle. So a semicircle is being drawn with the radius OC. What's the next step? From B, you are going to draw a perpendicular to AC such that it will touch the semicircle what you have drawn. So from B, you are going to draw a perpendicular. The point where it meets the semicircle, mark it as D. So BD will give you the measure of root 10.6. Now to represent root 10.6 on the number line, what you have to do? You will be extending this BC, taking B as 0. So this is C will be 1, 2, 3, 4. You are marking all this. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is going on. This is a line. the line starting from B. So B is taken as 0. This is 0, this is O. Don't get confused, this is 0. Now to represent root 10.6 on the number line, what you should do? Keeping B as center and taking a measure BD. BD is equal to how much? 10.6, root 10.6. So taking this measure, strike an arc. See where the arc touches the number line. So this point, mark it as E. E will give you the representation of root 10.6 on the number line. Is it clear for you? So given any number, any real number, say root of x, you can represent it geometrically on the number line. See, the same method you can opt even for finding root 2. Root 2, root 5, root 6, everything you can find in this method also. This is the generalized method for representing any real number on the number line. So earlier root 2, root 5, root 6 and all, we could use only that method. If there you are taking root 10.6, it was difficult for you to find using that method. That is why this generalized method we are using. So this is a representation of root x geometrically. Is it clear? Okay, thank you children.